Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a video with myself, Hydra. AirsickHydra to be specific, and today we will be playing a little bit of Necromunda Underhive Wars. I suspect you're aware of that, seeing as you're on their Steam page currently. Hello to you all. Now we're going to be playing with the Escher gang, which is probably my favourite, and we're going to be embarking today on a deadly operation to run you guys through some of the basics of the game, how to play it, how it works, etc, etc. Now we have a choice of missions available to us. We will go with a standard mission. I say standard, we have the option of attacking an enemy base as well. At the moment we won't be going for that. Now if you want to see a tutorial on explaining this mission screen, they are available by Game Night and myself, but for now let's just get on and do some fighting so you can see the actual gameplay and how everything works. So luck of the draw would have it that I am against one opponent, the Hellburners. The other two, now you can see there's 4 in the sector overall, decided to battle each other, so we have a one-on-one, which is good because it means the game will be a little bit shorter. We're going to have 5 gangers, we're going to be against 5 gangers, and that's some pretty cool art, I have to say. I like the very large two-handed club combined with the pink hair aesthetic. It's a good look. Introduction video, sped up slightly, and a quicker deployment screen. We will go ahead and skip while things are being placed on the map. Orange generally signifies objectives, green consumables, and circles mean deployment zones. So we're going to go fairly cool. We'll go opposite the enemy. And does it matter which order you deploy in at this stage? Not particularly, because it's not the order in which you'll have goes, so don't worry too much about that. You'll take it in turns to deploy fighters though, and the whoever goes first will be based, I believe, on the average initiative. So mine's obviously considerably lower. I've got someone with 67 and 85, so oh hello, you're down there. Okay, so I'm going to deploy my entire gang together. Now does that seem like a good idea? Well, you might be thinking no, because well, someone will just throw a grenade there and they'll all die. Well, I have good news. Good news is that it doesn't work like that. If you haven't been activated, you have this sort of visual shell. Basically, you look a bit white, and that means you can't be targeted, can't be attacked, can't be damaged in any way. So that's a nice touch for the game, at least. So the enemy is going first, having a higher initiative. We've each chosen one fighter to activate, so then these 2 fighters will have their turns, depending on the initiative order for these 2 fighters, and then we'll both activate another, and so on and so forth. Right, Tomaron has gone to there. I don't think I can actually... I can just about see him. 90... Oh, wow, that is... Where can I see? Okay, well, I can see him, apparently, so 96% chance to hit, 0% chance it will be a grazing hit, and again, 96% critical chance. This is because this fighter has the ability to secure a critical hit with the first range attack of each game. So now the odds are significantly worse. Graze 35% chance. Now the plasma cannon does more damage the more you shoot it. Now we've just gone entrenched, which is one of the tactical abilities, which gives us more action economy, effectively. So what we're going to do now is we can go for more tactical options. We can go for Aura Precision, which is going to give nearby fighters a bonus. You can see down in the bottom left-hand corner, having now just done a brief little showcase of how to shoot someone, we'll talk about what the hell is actually going on. So tactical kneel. Now, down in the bottom left, you see we have AP and MP. I have 3 AP left. They're action points. I have 0 NP, movement points. You can't do much with 3. 3 action points, actually you can't do anything with 3 action points because the minimum, I believe, that I've seen at least is 5 to perform an action. We're going to select our next fighter, will be a Saboteur. And so, you move around using movement points, which sort of goes without saying, and you do actions with action points. If you don't use many movement points, you might be able to exchange some for some more action points by going entrenched, which you can only do once. There are ways to get more movement points and more action points. This is normally by abilities, consumables, and the likes. And it makes a hell of a difference when you've got an upgraded fighter with 70 movement points who could just whiz around the map. Or even 8, but you could probably get up to 80 or 90 if you so wish. Now, Mailer's over there. Now, what I could go and do is go and do some shooty, but I want to stay here and stay relatively safe. So I'm going to do a chem synth grenade here, which is basically a buff for my characters. Now, what you can do if we bring up that grenade again, no, I'm not going to do that type on you, don't worry. So you can press R here and you can actually see what it does. So this gives extra movement points. You can see that it lasts until the end of the battle, which is awesome. Extra melee evasion. It's really, really good. Extra stun resist as well. Really, really helpful stuff. But if you forget which buffs you've actually got, you can press Alt. Or is it Control? Or Tab? I'll remember eventually. It's Shift. Fourth time's the charm. Just press Shift and then you can press Alt to cycle through. And eventually you get to your stats, so you can see them for each fighter. So that's pretty handy. And I believe as well, when you're aiming at an enemy, you can see the enemy buffs as well. Then you can cycle through them to see what they've got. So that's pretty handy if an enemy might have some buffs that you're a little bit scared about. So I could use Field Repair on this lovely character who is not doing so well for ammo now, but will be doing more damage as a result. Tricky one. Do I want to do it? I don't really have anything else I can do. I'm going to do the Field Repair. Hey, it's going to reduce the damage of the plasma cannon that does more damage as it continues to fire. We can go here. And we could quickly, we can go ahead and carry one objective. We can gather one of the consumables on the map. And I've got 35 movement points left, which isn't enough for an entrenched. You might be wondering, oh, it is. This character seems to have a discount. Normally it's 40. I think after they've leveled up a certain amount, it becomes a bit cheaper. So now I have no movement points left, but I can kneel. Was it worth it? I don't know. But it means it's harder to hit, it's harder to get a line of sight, etc. It's looking pretty good. So we'll go with a Deadeye next. Now this is a pistol-wielding Deadeye, and as the name might imply, Deadeyes are generally more shooty focused. Oh, actually have higher initiative, how about that? So we'll see. If you want to see how far away an enemy is, you do this, 39 meters. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the range of my weapon is. So if we do this, well, we can see out of range. You could probably go inventory, click on this, and actually see the range if you like, 25. Right. 32. 25. There we go. So now we can get our first shot off. A reasonable hit chance. I think we'll take it. Okay. Not such a great hit chance. The enemy managed to dodge that one. A critical hit. Now, plasma pistols, oddly enough, they don't make a particularly loud bang. Now, I've ended my turn, if I choose to end my turn here, on what I would describe as being unsafe territory. So what the game will do is kick you off of that. Instead, I'm going to choose to run here because I can actually have some control over where I end up. Note the extra brute cleaver, just in case. I can't remember what abilities that character has, but hey, firing a few shots is always dandy. So what we'll do is we'll play through this game together. I'll try and talk through everything I'm doing, the actions I'm consuming, the bits and the bobs, and then we'll do a little bit of gang customization afterwards. I believe we have an hour to play with. So let's see what we can do. Now, we're obviously back to spectating the enemy again. The victory conditions for each game will differ, but I like to kill them, because then I can take their guns, and looting is good. The loot doesn't disappear after a turn, so that's nice. So you get a fair opportunity to go and take stuff from them. Right, what are we going to do? Do I want my leader to go yet? I think whoa. I will actually get my melee character, who again has a pistol and a one-handed axe. I've made this gang entirely around melee evasion, pretty much. So they're pretty cool. At least against melee gangs, which of course I'm not against right now. I'm against Orlocks who favour Overwatch and shooty. So where are you going? Going all the way there, giving a garrison aura, and taking a las cannon shot at me, which that hurt a fair bit actually. Hey, there we go. Take some damage. Now I might, I might be able to get in melee range here. We'll find out. I don't have any bonuses to my movement. If they're on Overwatch, I won't be getting much closer. Now, in terms of how the movement works, you see these little rings. It's sort of like running along a giant onion. That's right. Each one of them is effectively one movement point lost, and it's taken from the starting position. And obviously, if you go along and you take an Overwatch shot, this kind of refreshes your starting point, and then the onion center would be here. That's right, it's all about vegetables. Right, this is a really bad place to be for this fighter, but I want to show you guys some melee, so... and that will be the rest of my movement points consumed, because Overwatch consumes 10 movement points. So, I can shoot Overwatch Ambush. I think what I'm going to do with this character is do Iron Will, which gives me a huge amount of hit resist, and kind of allows this character to sit here for a turn, being obnoxious, with a pretty good chance of surviving. So I'm going to do Preparation as well, which is pretty damn handy too. And we're also going to use Exertion, which gives me a little bit extra economy. It does come with a penalty, but that's okay. What can we do? So we can shoot. Not particularly impressive. Let's go and do a little badonkadonk. So we'll do one badonkadonk here. 22% crit chance. 48 damage. Pretty reasonable. Now, if we look at my character, what's going to keep them alive is 100% stun resist, obviously great, and we have hit resist 76%, bypass melee evasion 71. Okay, that's pretty good. So it's going to be quite hard to hit my character, which hopefully will keep her alive. Now I've got my Saboteur coming in, lower on the initiative side. So it is entirely possible that my melee character down there will take a lot of hits and die now. But it's okay. I know Iron Will doesn't last for too long either, so it's it shouldn't either, because it's amazing. It boosts your hit resistance a crazy amount. It should be said that even though I've gone up to 76, you can very easily get to 100. Now, is that OP for a turn? Not really, because the Saboteur, such as my characters, 2 of them, has a null grenade which can remove it. So you might run into the middle of nowhere, do that, think, haha, I am amazing, I am invincible. But if the enemy has a single Saboteur and a null grenade, which they probably should do, that strategy is no longer such a smart strategy. So we're going to go up here, and we'll just do a little bit of shooting from up here. Now, not the best shot in the world, actually. I could do a field repair. And I could do a chem synth here. I'll do a chem synth on me. And I think I'll do a preparation as well. Okay. Yeah, we'll do a preparation. I might even do an exertion as well. This character has the ability to remove the debuff. So what this does is this gives you less initiative next turn. And increases the cost of your skills, but gives you more movement and action points. I've basically got a passive that removes that every turn. So I can do it every turn, which is pretty damn strong, and that's a pretty darn good hit. Right, we'll go down because I didn't quite have enough to do an entrenched. If I'd been a little smarter, I would have had 3 more movement points, because leaders get a discount anyway in doing the entrenched stance, and all would have been well. Now I'm going to use my melee character first. Fortunately, extra bit of damage from the debilitating trap, lovely. So they have to use some of their movement points to disengage. And now probably a point-blank shot against me, which is, oh dear. Okay, very nice. So my Iron Will has saved me. Now I lost a lot of movement points here because I got shot so much. But that's alright. I can still go in. Actually, can I just charge you? Is that acceptable? I can't remember what talents my character has, which is rather embarrassing. Doesn't seem... there we go. Had a little bit of a targeting dilemma there. Of course. Cameras are never happy rotating when there's scenery here. Right, unfortunate. This is what happens when you engage in tight corners. But that's absolutely lovely. Right, las cannon. I'll take all your stuff. And got 16 movement points left. And I think what I'll do is use this for a little bit of cover. Oh, you know what, actually? I can do exertion. And I can either get out. And I think I could... I'm very tempted to use this. Yeah, I'm going to use this. It might keep me alive, so why not? Seems like a smart idea. This is a random health dispenser. So it overhealed me a little bit. Doesn't do anything if it does that. Just heals you the regular amount. Okay, so apparently this is a bad place to end your turn, so it's going to kick me off of there. Sad face. Right, who's going to go next? Plasma cannon could be good. Saboteur. I think we're going to go for... my leader. Yeah, we're going to go for my leader. Glorious leader. I can't remember what her name is. That's insulting. So what have we got? A plasma gun wielding Orlok. See where you're going to go. And this is after the first patch has hit the game, so the game has been sped up a little bit. AI decision making has been tweaked a little. There's less awkward pauses. That's nice to see. And the general animations, etc. have been tweaked a little as well. So it may look a little bit different from the original footage you've seen from me. How much of an impact has it made on gameplay? A notable amount. I will leave it up to you, however, to decide how you feel about it. And now, I want to go down there. I think I might just have to settle for shooting, though. Right, that will do, I think. It's quite a high grazing chance, but I only really need... There we go. Now, yeah, we got 69 movement points. Oh, dear. Ouch. Oh, you're fine. Right. Oh, okay. So that's handy. I can do an entrenched here. Now, I've got 25 movement points left. I think what I'll do is I'm going to give an attack order to my character over here. Grrr! And I'm going to do exertion. Because you might as well with this character and the build I've got, because there's pretty much no negatives to it, which is nice. We'll do some planning as well. All the plans. Okay, and we'll get ourselves in a little bit of cover. Now the thing about this, right, is you can go into cover and you can be like, oh man, is it even worth it? Because the enemy will just walk around and shoot me. But yeah, they've got to use their movement points to do that. And that means they're less likely to be able to go entrenched. So if you can force someone to move before shooting you, generally speaking, they're going to shoot you one less time at least. So that can help. That can help a lot. And it might be the difference between them being able to kill you or getting you to half health. Right. Stealing objectives, are we? I see your game. Right. So these things on the map are effectively resources. Resources that we are supposed to be trying to get. My gang's a little less focused on that, gonna be honest. We prefer to kill the enemy gang, and then when we've got nothing left to do, yeah, there's some stuff on the map we can think about. Right, Tessa. So I assume Tessa is heading to an exit. If we wanted to have a little check, we could press the M key and look on the map, but I like pressing Control and having a look this way. That's assuming, stand up. Right. So, reasonable crit chance, reasonable hit chance. Got heavy barrage, which will be very useful. But first, let's see how much heavy barrage costs. 45. I think we can afford to do some shots first. Nice. So, I'm going to do... Yeah, we're going to go for the kill. We're going to do that. We're going to do a entrenched... Yeah, we're going to go entrenched as well. Get some of our points back. Now, we've got 45. And I'm going to use this here. Now, what this is like an area overwatch that can fire multiple times. Which is awesome. Really, it's just awesome. Of course, you can jam, which will sort of put a spanner in the works. Right, so you're there, you're here. So how can I get down there? I think best I can do is go here. Now, if you're looking to jump somewhere and it's not the floor you want, change your target and it will change the level by pressing Q and E. Right, still got plenty of points left. And my Overwatch was likely entirely wasted. It depends, though. Depends if I hit. If this character were to make it out with numerous objectives, I'd be in a little bit of trouble with my gang. Now, we can do the entrenched. Doesn't really help all that much because I can't move, but I can go ambush here at least, which is, well, if someone walks into melee range, I'm going to go for them. So that at least puts me in a place where I'm guarding. Oh, it's this character. Go on, you can have your go. I'm guarding the objectives there. So, where are we going to go? Let's see what I've got in my inventory. Right, I've got a fist, so sure, let's do it. Fists are pretty good. 60, 50, 40, 38. Okay, I think I won't have enough for... It would have been tempting to throw grenades. It would have been, because I think I could have had an entrenched there. I'm just doing the maths in my head as I go, but I get to do another few punches. Wow, okay, and we've stunned her as well. It's a nice thing about fists. They are deceptively strong in this grimdark future. Now, did this character have the discount for entrenched? We did, so we can afford to, allowing me to punch one more time. Okay, so it costs a little bit of AP to do a stun recovery. If you don't have particularly high stats, I think it's willpower that's stun resist, but I have been wrong in the past, and I'm probably wrong again. You know what? Yeah, sure, let's go with this character first, because I think I have a fairly high chance of punching her to death. And yeah, that's the last one, so we can probably squeeze in a second game here. This has been a nice quick one. Quick and easy to wrap up. Right, you're not getting out. Can we get a crit here? All the punching, so much punching. Maybe giving some characters some one-handed weapons is a good idea. You won't get many crits. Oh man, is that 1 hit point? That's 4 hit points. But that's fine, because I've got 4 more punches. Oh no, just 3. My bad, I can't count. Sorry, Jane. Nicely done. So now we're on a looting round because there's nothing left in the map anymore. That was utter decimation. This is on deadly difficulty too, but it basically just really went in my favour, you could say. Right, so we'll gather this first. And we want every character that can pick stuff up to pick stuff up. So there's objectives all over the place. I'm very tempted to just loot with this character though. Oh no, you've already been looted. Okay, we'll have to go around this way. Yep. Put in backpack. I mean, items are worth a lot of money in this, so it's all, if you can take them, take them. Right, you know what I should do actually? I should do a order planning. I'll give this character lots of movement so they at least have a chance to go get to the items. Order attack doesn't really help, but I'll do it anyway. And I'll do exertion and throw a chemsynth bomb there because I can't remember if she's got one. So we might as well do this because there's no reason not to right now. So that's just making sure that character's got as many movement points as possible. There we go. So we're up to 80, but naturally because the round had already started, we haven't recovered all of them. Right, so we're looking, there's 2 objectives down there. So Corpser can get 2 and those 2. Okay, so we'll send Zaya down for those 2. Send that character for those 2. I'm just planning here in my head, don't mind me. This character's going to have to go all the way up and around there. Now I could use the zip line here. That might actually save me more movement points. Don't need to worry too much about action points. So we've got 1 objective there. Just trying to maximize how many I can pick up. Okay, well, oh, this is more of a loot box. So that's nice. Carrying a heavy load. Ah, it's above me. Of course it's above me. Now, I am a Deadeye. No, I'm not a Deadeye. I lied to you all. Deadeyes can grapple up there, which would have been very helpful. I could do exertion and go get to that crate. How about that? We'll go get to that crate and see what's inside. Hopefully something juicy. And, hey, 10 credits worth of fungus. Okay, well, that's a bit disappointing. But hey, looting around, you don't automatically get everything, because if you've not been playing for the objectives, then it serves you right. It's kind of harsh. Sometimes you might kill everything and get loot that way, but you might not get the objectives at all, in which case, you know, you done goofed. So this character's going to go grab these two. Okay, you've always got to make sure you've got space in your inventory when you pick this up, because your weapons have to go somewhere. Right, get you out the way now. Nicely done. We're nearly there. So we'll do a little bit of gang customization in a moment. And naturally we'll look in all the boxes. So we've got Slort. Now there are consumables in this game, and I have a little bit of a reputation of not using enough of them. So we'll try and make a point in the next game of equipping our characters properly to do so. Cool bunk beds. That is not where I would like to sleep. I would not feel particularly comfortable. Right. So are there any objectives left on this map that have not been picked up? Yes, there's one up top here. Right, and I think this character actually has a chance of getting there. So we're going to go... Oh, no. I thought this was my Deadeye. It's not. I keep getting Saboteur and Deadeye confused. I wasn't looking at the symbol. I know the two are nothing alike. Oh, no. No. No, no. Okay. I think we're going to have to abandon that objective. Don't think it's going to happen. The only way that we would be able to get that is if there was a zip line that took us somewhere more useful. So like we can go here and across. Doesn't really do me much. You'll note I did have the option to sabotage it as well. Ah. Okay. I've got 10 movement points, which won't be enough, I'm pretty sure. No. Okay, and there's cover here. Okay, and the only way I'll get through that is if I could shoot it. So, nope, it's not happening. Not doing a full sweep. But hey, it's still a decisive win, which is not bad. Right, we'll continue. That went remarkably well. So, yay. Yay me. So now we get this some experience. We can spend that. Ah, servo skulls are so cool. So cool. I don't think they exist in this game. Not that I'm aware of. So we got lots of these things, consumer bibbles, and Escher should really use them because, well, they get to they get to use them for cheaper. So Slort, as an example, reduces the cost of all offensive skills by 65% of action points until the end of the turn at least. And you receive a mechanical debuff that removes stress resistance and stun resistance until the end of the battle. So it still, though, Slort is incredibly good. If you've got a two-handed weapon or something like that, great. So putting enemies out of action is good. Plasma Cannon keeps getting MVP. Kind of makes sense. Intelligence gets you extra XP, but it's also perhaps not the absolute best stat otherwise. But hey, it levels you up quicker, and that's not bad. So we'll have a little bit of a look here to see what we're doing. We could go more intelligence, I guess. Let's have a look at our perks. So these are the things that make my character who they are. So we have heavy-footed, making the cost of shoot significantly less. We have reinforce. Naturally, after using field repair, you get to shoot stuff. It sounds good. Now, we have tune-up bonuses, which are pretty cool. So once we do a tune-up, and it lasts until the end of the battle too, so I really should have used that. Once I've done that, then I get extra bonuses, so I get a cheaper shot. Basically, I should always do a tune-up and then do other things because it's useful. Anyway, so we've got formation, so extra damage absorption. So we're going to have 20 damage absorption for each ally affected by the aura. That's actually quite a lot, and it stacks twice, 40% damage absorption. It's pretty damn good. I can make preparation a little bit cheaper as well, which isn't bad. I'll make the aura cheaper. It's one of those things where you're only going to use it once to activate your aura because it's constantly active. But hey, I'll do it. It's okay. And I think we've got 1 or 2 spaces left for some extra actives. So we could just check and see if there's anything else that we want. We could go for exertion. And I think, you know what? For that one time you need it, that you might get a kill, I think it's worth it. Because there's nothing else that the character desperately needs right now. So this is my Saboteur. Looking good. Currently melee focused, so we need to sort of reevaluate there what's her equipment situation. So dynamic mobility, after using a throwable explosive, you get a lot more initiative, and it is stackable. Lasts until the end of the battle too. So we need to use a lot more homemade grenades, which I probably should have leveled up as top priority, but I didn't, because I'm potato. And this character also looks like they could probably do with, oh, I don't know. Let's give them something simple like a spudjacker and a sword. There you go. Now they're melee focused. They've got melee weapons. Now I will at least remember that, and they've got enough utility to keep busy otherwise. Leader naturally has absolutely loads of things, which is cool. Exertion, I think we're not going to level up exertion anymore. We're going to level up preparation, which makes that cheaper. Mind you, again, it's only one of those abilities you're only ever going to use once. Is it really worth it? I think that's why I've not leveled it up. Same with Iron Will, but the more of these things you level up, the more stuff you can do. So it's always worth thinking about. I think for this character, we're going to go for agility, just to get the ranged and melee evasion up to an obscenely high amount. And maybe we'll push the alertness up a little bit too. So we're just going maximum dodginess, really, with this character. Let's go over here. We'll just try and do the rest of these fairly quickly. I'm going to go for more alertness, confirm that, and see if we've got a skill or two we can upgrade. Breaching strikes. Melee prowess needs to be upgraded, because bypassing melee evasion is quite nice. I think this character has momentum too, so when they do a critical, yeah, that's right. So this character is hopefully a crit machine. They're a Deadeye crit machine that's actually focused in melee, which is a bit weird, but hey, it seems to be working. And field scan's kind of cool. Bypass ranged evasion. I mean, no, it's not that good, but hey, if you can't get in melee, it's fine. But I've got gunpoint grace, which gives me loads of melee evasion, which is nice. I've got melee critical hit chance, which is nice. Extra melee critical hit chance, it's nice. Melee evasion after using jump. Loads of melee evasion. All the melee evasion. Right, and we can just do... Yeah, we'll work up here instead. Work on the accuracy. Maximum crit chance, pretty much. That's my plan for that character. Right, what else are we going to do for you? We have a bruiser. My bruiser has charge, which I never used because I think there was a bit of a line of sight issue. Yeah, really focused on melee and accuracy. Wow. Bit of toughness too for that crit hit resistance. Right, what are we going to do then? We're going to go preparation. Why not? Preparation. Actually, no, what? You know, that's not an awesome idea. Let's just go more toughness. Make it extra chunky. Right, there we go. Let's crack on with another mission. Go ahead with an operation, and we'll see what we fancy this time. Sludge or... well, that looks cool. We'll go for weapon prototype retrieval. Why not? And again, we'll have a random amount of enemies, because there might be others here. There might be no one. It might just be me. No, it looks like it's 3 of us, because red are going here all by themselves. Yep. All by themselves, and I have to deal with purple and blue. But I've already smacked each of them around a little bit and taken all of their good toys. Now you can also pop to the shop in between, obviously, and sell items. Especially if you've been looting weapons, you're going to have quite the stash of weapons after playing a few games. Selling them will get you a lot of money. We didn't run through the recruitment process just because I want to get into another game and show you more of the actual gameplay, because that's probably the #1 thing that will determine how you feel about this game. So, without any further ado, let's skip through the deployment blah blah, which is kind of running you through what's where. These are the two. Naturally, they have more initiative than me. I will go here. Now, to begin with, I don't really mind not going first, because if you go first and no one else is activated, there's no one for you to shoot. But in that sort of situation, if you did have really high initiative characters, I'd probably stay still. Don't go near the enemy. Go out of line of sight from where they could go to and apply all of your buffs to yourself. That way, you know, you're at least a little bit more ready for the fight. You don't have to go jumping in straight away. Patience can be a virtue. Can also get you killed. So I'll leave you to figure out which is good in which situation. So what are we going to do next? I think we're going to go for this character, and we'll go and apply some buffs. having just said that, so we'll do some preparation here. Very nice, so that's some extra melee resist. We'll do a delay, which gives me an initiative boost next turn, as well as some extra accuracy and things of that sort. So we'll do a field scan. And now we've gone ahead and given ourselves a huge amount of action economy. Right, so we'll go here, so we're pretty much behind cover. I used too many movement points, so I didn't have enough to go into ambush or overwatch or something like that, because I could have used an entrench if I had just a few more movement points, but I kind of prioritized getting into cover. So let's see what the enemy's going to do. They've got the high ground here, and I can only assume they're going to go on Corpser. Yep, I think it's pretty much a given. Mark target. Uh-oh. So they'll probably get one shot off as well. Oh, no, that's pretty much their action economy gone. Nice. Warlocks get cheaper Overwatch as well, which is kind of their main boon. Right, Lordy. What are you going to do? Preparation. Very sensible. Gives them a massive bonus, although I can't remember what to. Very nice. Nice when Overwatch works, especially when the AI sponges it instead of me. Now, there's no teams in this right now. This is a free-for-all. They've used a large amount of action economy. Now, the reason they can't shoot my characters, you need to see at least 50% of them. But they have gone on Overwatch, so that's a bit of a problem. Now, I think what I'll do is... I wonder what weapon they've got. I think I'm going to activate my low initiative character because I want a couple of others to go, so I've got someone else to shoot at, really. I don't want to go charging around that corner and getting shot by a heavy weapon. Instead, I'll let someone else get shot, which is lovely. And it looks like they've got a drill in their left hand. Is that a rock drill? I think it is. Or is that a saw? That could be a saw. That's a saw. The saw is absolutely nuts. Bleeding in this game really hurts. Like, obviously bleeding hurts. That goes without saying. But it really, really hurts. Like, pretty much as getting shot. Put it this way. You punch someone a couple of times with that saw, and then you can just kind of watch them just bleed out. They just watch all of the damage tick over. It's pretty crazy. I really like the bleed effect, though. It's perhaps a little strong. Perhaps. Okay, so we'll do our tune-up, which I keep saying that I should be doing. We'll do myself a preparation. We'll do ourselves an aura precision. Getting lots done here. Okay. I think... yeah, I'm going to go Overwatch here. And I think I can kneel as well. Perfect. Oh, no. I'm in the danger zone. Oh, that's fine. Didn't put me in the best position in the world, but I'll accept it. Right, so I'm going to use a Saboteur now. So I can use my Chem Synth Grenade, give everyone some melee resistance. Might be helpful. Royd Stim. Uh-oh. He's on the juice. Okay, he's confused. It's alright, buddy. Likely wasn't a good available target. To say the best course of action was to hide. Wow, what an Orlock. Okay, so I'm going to use the Chem Synth on us two. There we go. Now, I could do a Null Nade over here. Don't really... is that how far I can throw it? Uh-oh. I thought they'd already used their attack. Nice. Fortunately, because the line of sight's not very good there, I've got cover between me and them that seem to make a hell of a difference. Right. Can I charge? I can grenade. Ugh. I don't think that's sensible staying there, so as much as I want to attack them, I'm going to go here and ambush. And I'm sorry for being boring, but, you know, You got to look after your ladies. And then they'll look after you. By purging enemies. And claiming the Underhive as their own. Man, I am a hungry monkey. Gonna have to get some snacks after this. Right, Mr. Orlock going on ambush again, I see. Breaking line of sight, which is rather annoying. So it has to be said that a couple of them do seem a little bit confused. That's okay. Right. Purple do seem more productive. Well, they did, but I shouldn't have said anything. Ah, there we go. Chemsynth the boss. And it makes sense. Stop that camera. Now, if you're wondering, does it stack? No. No, it doesn't. But the AI likes to just make sure. Just make sure. Another Chemsynth, just to be safe. And that was on a different character, I think. More forgivable. Oh dear. To be fair, I never spot them either, so I can't really judge. Yep. Decided, abort plan, move back. Try not to die. Okay, so you've already had the Chemsynths. Oh, I know what I should do actually. There we go. Everyone gets the buffs. And I'll go with preparation. Do I have... I've got a little bit of AP left. I don't think I've got enough to do anything too juicy though. 25. Oh, okay. So I'm going to go and smack you once. Can I do anything more? Aha! Ha. Heroic Onslaught. This is an ability unique to leaders. You attack 3 times. Okay. So we did a good bit of damage. And now we get kicked off of the unsafe area. God damn it. Always throwing me around like a ragdoll. So no one's died yet, but Lord is having a really bad day. Right, AI, where you going? Alright. I see. I see how I see. Wait. That's hilarious. They're having a bad day. That being said, a crit from a las gun or even a plasma gun, a las cannon, that can pretty much take one of your fighters that's looking healthy and turn them into a pile of mush. So you can never really say things are going well in this. Not when the enemies still have guns. Are you just going to take the objectives and leave? That would be incredibly rude, but a completely viable strategy. If you've got a Deadeye in particular, you can pretty much get out of their turn 2 with 2 objectives without too much fuss. So, might be a good idea in some of the games. If things are looking a little bit hairy, yeah, go for it. Get in, get out. Okay, didn't want to attack. Cool. Lucky old me. I can only assume they're moving toward the objectives. Perhaps not. Perhaps I'm giving too much credit. Okay. It does seem they're operating on the bottom floor, giving that a degree of priority. So not the best odds to hit from here. There we go. There's my charge. Not the best hit percentage, but... Ugh. Curses. Hey, that's better. That's how we do it. Autocannon, Roidstim. Okay, now having said I would use consumables, I will use that next turn. Aha, Roidstim. I will... Go on, I'll use my Roidstim on you. No, I gave it to my leader. So let's see what the Roidstim actually did, because I don't remember. So we're looking at the character on the right. So the one on the left is who I am. Let's see where we have Roidstim. 30% melee penetration. That's pretty good. Okay, we'll just go to there because why not? Yeah, go on, let's use our leader. Damn. That initiative, though. Enemy deadly initiative is incredibly high. Right. Come on then, blue team. Yeah, they're definitely trying to go for the objectives and sneak them out. Okay, ignore the lady right next to you. Lizzie D. Uh-oh. We've got a potato. We've got a potato. Pathfinding help, please. Someone send an ambulance. This AI needs a little bit of a tune-up. Come on, buddy. There we go. Change your plan. I tried walking through the barrel. The barrel sucked. Oh, okay. I'll take an ambush instead. Oh, my word. That was nasty. 100. Now, you might think that's a lot of damage. I've only got 200 health. You can do 250 damage very easily in this game. Yes, it's overkill, but some characters will have more health than that if they have the right perks. And good lord, is it all scary when you're fighting against someone with a two-handed weapon and a bit of crit chance, because there is just a good chance they'll kill you in one hit. Lol at plas cannons. Lol at my plas cannon. Doing some work there, wow. That guaranteed crit on the first range attack of every game. God damn, that is so strong. You give that character something that hits really hard in one hit, and oh my word. If you give them a gun that shoots 6 times per round, only the first one of those 6 will be a crit. You're missing out on loads of damage. Give them a las cannon. Guaranteed crit from a las cannon. Then the next part is just guaranteeing that they hit. Because if they miss, then, well, you never get to see the juicy damage. Ah, barricades. I have an ally who chose to try and barricade in enemies once. They jumped off the ledge and then battered him, so he learned his lesson. The AI is smarter than they look. Okay, Jane. I know you think you're going to get out of here, but rest assured, you are not. Right, 3 hits. I should be able to stun her at least. There we go. And one more, just for good measure. Kia! I've got 12 AP left, but I can do an exertion and get some more. Now I think what I'll do is I'll actually try and get my leader out with these. So where is the exit? The exit's over there. We're just going to leg it. I see that trap on the floor. First time I spotted one and didn't just jump on it like a muppet. Can I not jump off of this? No, okay. Is it because this character is allergic to the jump? Maybe that's a non-jumpable place. Oh, nuts. Well, I'm calling worth. Oh, you know what? We can vault. No, we can't vault over in the right direction though, so we'll kneel instead. Very close to the exit. I'll take that. Right, so we got more stuff down there. We got some up there. I mean, there's 3 dead characters thus far. It's looking pretty good. We'll use the plasma cannon. Why not? MVP every game, because pretty much the first time she shoots someone, they die. Such a good skill. Same with the melee equivalent. And there is a melee equivalent. Guaranteed critical hit. So that is a talent that unlocks after you hit level 5 with a fighter. You get a random good thing, a random bad thing, and like a trait as well. So, and the trait is generally a good thing, like cannot ever be injured on the head, or will never lose a limb. That's some pretty good stuff. Or cannot die. Like, now, cannot die might sound like, oh wow, that's really good, but if you keep getting injuries, you'll get to the point where you're just like, I'm not going to play this character anymore. If you get shrapnel in every single limb, it's going to cost you a fortune just to jump over anything. Like, to jump off of a ledge would use all of your action economy. So, you know, it's... Not dying's good and all, but there comes a point when a ganger has had so many injuries that you have to question if it's really worth them coming to the next fight. Which is why, presumably, you have 15 of them, rather than just 5 to play with. You take 5 per mission, but you have lots of spare ones, because they do break rather easily. Alrighty then. That was a cheaper shot because of tune-up. I'll do another tune-up. So I think that gives me another cheap shot, right? Let's have a look. Yep. And a pretty decent critical hit chance. No. Okay, this is that moment when you need exertion. This is that moment when, yes, it is worth it, because kapow. I mean, now we can afford to do entrenched as well. Wow. And we'll do an Overwatch. So if anyone does go in there to pick that up, I at least get to shoot them. That's nice. I think I might consider having exertion on most characters. Just for those moments where you need that tiny little bit of extra economy to make the difference. I think blue's going to run in a second, so... I'm very tempted to go attack Lizzie D. Tell you what, we're going to go down there. We're going to go get Lizzie D. This could be suicide, but... Uh-oh. Come on, melee resist. Come on, melee resist. Evade. Ouch. Alright, so change your plan. Now, I could disengage and carry on, but... I'll do an entrenched, because I think I'm going to give myself an extra chem synth bomb. Okay, attacking you is expensive. Well, that's all we got there. They must have the perk that makes attacking them more expensive, which is why I only attack with 1 weapon instead of 2. That's unfortunate. Right. Are you going to run? No. Okay, he joins in. He joins in the fight. Gets a garrison aura. Leaves the garrison aura. Oh, no, okay. Just snaking his way around. Not on me. I think he might be trying to sneak the objectives from us. Or is he going to save his ally? Come on. Think. Okay, they are actually boxing me in. That's not so good. Okay. Well, this could be a lot worse. She is alive. She is alive. Everything will be fine. Mark my words. What you going to do, bud? Okay, he's getting the objectives. Remember, these are resources which kind of determine whether you succeed or fail. At least in terms of the overall operation. It's not the end of the world if you don't get any a couple of times. Like, it's not a big deal. You just won't get the juicy rewards that you might have otherwise. But staying alive is a reward in itself, so... I have to say, is it worth sacrificing an entire gang for the sake of getting some resources? No, not really. Not really. Maybe when you've got loads of reserves and a few people you don't care about, maybe then your thought process might change a little bit, but I would say safety first. Right, what do we got? All of these Warlocks today. It's almost as if there's no Escher or Goliath out there. It's just random per operation, which is like a mini campaign. So sometimes it's all Goliath, sometimes it's one Goliath. It's nice. Provides a little bit of variety. Oh, okay, null grenading me. Oh, she null grenaded all of the fighters down there. I hope I can activate that fighter and use Iron Will. Right, that's not so good. Oh, okay, they're disengaging. Interesting. Doesn't want to fight my character. Maybe they're just going to go for the objectives. Yes, they are. Oh, my word. That is ballsy. And they can only carry one because they've only got one arm. Oh, okay. There's your attack order. Okay. And presumably they want to stop this character getting out. So they've kind of done me a bit of a solid there. Thanks very much, buddy. Right. Now, we do have a dead person here. However, if I go to there, I can do death from above on both of these, which is a jumping slam, which damages both. Okay, I think this person's dead anyway, but I want to be the one that kills them. Oh no, I thought you had less health than that. Okay, exertion it is. They're both stunned though, which is also very helpful. Oh, tasty. Absolutely disgusting. Okay, I'll take your cryo gun, because I can't pick up anymore. Entrenched. Thank you. Right, I'll take your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. There we go. Clothes, boots, and motorcycle confirmed. That was a very tasty crit. Oof, that was yummy. 154 initiative. Like, I don't stand a chance. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fighters against mine. Now, what's going to happen with this, guys? Well, we're going to be wrapping up in a couple of minutes, so you'll have to use your imagination for the rest of this one, or come check out my streams on my YouTube channel. Remember, the name's AirsickHydra, so you can find plenty of other Necromunda content, including lore videos. That's right, lore videos on the Necromunda setting. It is a playlist working in progress. We're up to about 7 videos now. I would say going into some sufficient detail too. I've enjoyed it. Now let's see with our final turn what we can do here. I think going for the one with the objective makes sense. Okay. I'll take that to the mouth instead. Yeah, we'll strike you a little bit. Oh, damn, that's expensive. But that's fine. Totally worth. Okay. Glitchy camera or camera good? Camera's good. Okay, single-handed strike. There was a crit. I couldn't see the damage, but oh, very tasty. So we're about to take out 2 fighters in 1 turn. How about that? Well, maybe. Yes, we are. Because crits are the future. Didn't even need a consumable, having said that I would use one. I lied to you. I absolutely lied. So, surveying the battlefield by pressing the tab key. We have 1, 2, 3 fighters left. Mine are all looking pretty healthy right now. My leader can make it out, I think, pretty safely. And that might be a nice note to end on. Uh-oh. As if she lives that long. But that probably will remain a mystery. We'll see. Pick it up, pick it up. That's right. The AI does respect the importance of objectives. Less so than they used to, but still more so than their own survival at times. They also don't seem to respect barriers, intermittently choosing to walk into them, which is an improvement on previous when they used to walk into them and not stop walking into them. Now they change their mind after a while, which is progress. Which is progress. Wonderful. Okay. Please don't kill anyone. Uh-oh. It's got a big gun. Or is it a she? She's got a big gun. Sorry. It's hard to tell with the backpack, in my defense. Going for the objective? Well, she's going for the objective. 2 of them won't be shooting me at all. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching AirsickHydra. Thank you very much for checking this out. and I will see you in a live stream or video.